Hey fanboys, hey fangirls, Carnell Holley here. And we're at DreamHack 2024, and I'm with my buddy Dana. What's your for those that don't know, what's your outlet?
My outlet is Moana Nui Podcast. That's Moana Nui Podcast.
Now, I usually see her working, but this is a nice little change of pace where we're both interviewing, and we're here for our because we're running solo. Where's your partner at?
Working
We're
too.
same. So just like when we got the schedule, it's like, oh, we gotta make some changes. And like
Yeah.
get here, because this is early access. We're in the media
Yes.
room now. We were just discussing off camera the the whole gaming community, esports. Like it's still fairly new. I'm still new to the whole thing, and she's put me up on game, literally. So I'm like yo, this like
Yeah.
um
This convention, especially for press outlets to cover it, is opening up new horizons for so many people because a lot of us, especially if you're Gen X or millennials, you grew up with parents saying, nothing's going to happen if you when you play these games.
mhm.
You're not going to make a career out of it. But then you find out, people making new games, creating new stories. But then you have esports now, which really took off over the last 8 years, and it's professional. You have your leagues both in college, high school, your pro teams, and then your pro players that you move up the ranks globally, that you get recognized. You get the similar to I tell people esports is very similar to your sports teams.
Right.
So you'll see the logos of their sponsors and stuff like that. So like you'll see for NASCAR, or you'll see for
Right with
everything,
the
you'll see that they have that. So it's one of those that is an area that's been around for many, many years, but not until the most recent 10 years it started getting global acceptance. And you have conventions like this that they go to, they play, they make it to the rankings to go to the next one to play until they get to the ultimate big stage.
and let's not forget about the whole money element because
Yeah.
you get paid.
Yeah.
Uh,
And the college teams, when they play, because 2019, I covered it. I volunteered as a photographer.
mhm.
And as you're making it through the ranks as a college teams, they get these packages. So you have those really nice gaming chairs that are like several $1,000s. The cameras and stuff. They get a chance to win them as they're making themselves up the ranking. And then, of course, as they get in the ranking, you're getting scholarships because they're playing for your team.
True.
And then, because it's a college team versus it being individuals, like the teams that are in the room today are part of your individual gamers that qualify to be part of a professional team.
Mhm.
So a lot of these college teams and these high school teams, there's high school teams also are playing so they can be recognized, seen. So some of these recruiters, these coaches will say, hmm, we want to go ahead and pick you up.
We need you on the team.
Yep. And,
Right.
and that's when the money comes.
And because like when you mentioned about the college teams, because I didn't even know that there were classes, courses that you can take for even creating games. And so it's like, yo, this
Yeah.
whole gaming thing is just
Yeah. I mean, consider someone has to make the game.
this is true.
And so, you know, people have known about the course of making the game, but playing it has been a different element. It was one of those that you play at the convenience of your home. There's
And
a
beta
lot of,
testing.
yeah, and then there's a lot of the breaking the stigma that happened because of the 80s and 90s of the presidents of that time saying, oh, these games are bad for kids and everything. But you're gonna find out like there is a lot of mental health benefits from it because people use it to decompress and stuff like that. And a lot of us that were I call it part of the generation that really kicked off gaming. If you were born, you were gaming in the 90s, early 2000s. We were the ones to really push the industry up because before then, Atari had a little bit, but then us 90s kids, middle school and high school was just like, yes, we're playing these games and we're buying the games and we're spending the money
Well,
to do
I
this.
didn't buy anything until PlayStation 2. So it's just like I played the Atari.
Okay.
I think Atari
Yeah.
was my dad's system. Then he
My
bought
grandma, my grandma's system was Atari. My
and,
grandma was a gamer.
and then you got to when because I
I
think my
got
dad the Nintendo.
yeah, the OG Nintendo. Yep, I had that. That was my first game system was the OG.
Right, officially, yeah, that's the same. And I think dad got us the because me and my brother got us the PlayStation, and then
Mhm.
me officially buying something. Did I don't think I'm trying. You know what? I think I might have bought a game for the PlayStation,
Mm,
but as far as buying a system itself was the PlayStation 2.
yeah.
Um, but this whole gamer uh gaming culture, like it's something that you're trying to get in. It's a bit surreal as far as like I was playing the Pokemon Switch,
Mhm.
and so when I interviewed one of the Marshy from Tribe Gaming, and it's just like, man, he reminds me of one of the trainers. It was like, are we about to have a Pokemon battle right now? But oh my goodness, this is cool because this is not my like. I consider myself a gamer. I
Mhm.
wouldn't say a hardcore gamer.
Yeah, you're more of a recreational, occasional gamer,
I
similar
want
to
to
myself.
complete it on at least on normal. At least on normal.
Yeah, but then you have those that I know in the community that game on a regular basis, but they won't compete. And I think that with how technology has advanced, it allowed esports to happen because soon as we were able to no longer be individually playing on our individual system and was able to connect to others to play, and then Twitch opening up arena that Twitch started for gamers to stream live and people have commentary and talk with them as they're gaming and getting to know them. And with the combination of both of those, it opened up this arena to let people know, hey, gaming, gamers are professional. They can be professional and by eventually esports being created, that showed the world, yes, it not only, yes, they're playing games, but they're learning strategy. They're learning how teamwork. They're learning how to deal, to be agile in extreme situations. Because not only is it just playing the games, but then they have to travel. So they have to deal with how to deal with customs and visa processing and all this. So many things that most people, regular people, have never had to deal with. So it really allows, they have get access to so much within the uh, dealing with the world.
Mm.
You're dealing not only with the aspects of fans. Um, I have one gamer's like, yeah, sometimes we have the occasional, um, best way to say hater that
Mm.
talks very
Oh, those
ugly. Yeah, the trolls that will not just post, but they will slide and send you personal messages. So you have to deal with the mental gymnastics of dealing with all of these things at the same time, um, which shows the professionalism of all of these players. And it really is helping to change the viewing of what a gamer is. because there has always been this preconceived notion of what a gamer is. It's someone that don't work, don't have any responsibility, or fail to take care of responsibilities, um, and don't take care of themselves, blah blah blah. But it became this niche that people thought of, and the ones that had that umbrella
Mm-hmm.
were very violent in speaking and responding to people. So it became that stigma of like, oh, games, you know, playing these games are bad. And e-gaming has helped change that viewing, that you have these on at high schools, e-games teams at colleges, and so much more. And the number of companies that sponsor these conventions also show the value they see in not only the players, but of the gaming industry itself as a whole.
Mm. Mm. Because I mean, there's a fan base for everything,
Yeah.
and so what, like conventions like DreamHack and creating a community where we're all here for the same thing,
Yeah.
and and it being more than just a pastime. Like I
Yeah.
mean, like this when money's involved, it's like, oh man, we need to pay.
Yeah. And it's amazing that it shows that it's breaking down those walls of those preconceived notions about gaming and gamers as a whole. And by outlets like yours and mine and other outlets giving a spotlight, because unless you do some kind of gaming or part of the convention world, whether it's going to Dragon Con, MomoCon, or Anime Week in Atlanta, gaming is something you most everyday people don't think anything of. They see it at the stores. They're like, I literally had a friend that was just like, gaming's not for me. And ended up being last year, she decided to get a game system. It's like, give me something for the pastime. Because she was being encouraged to find something that be a healthy pastime to decompress and stuff.
Mm.
Telling you how this person be on, we be messaging her, and she's just like, yes, I end up staying up until 3 a.m. playing such and such game. I'm like,
Should be at work in the morning.
and she still get up in the morning and stuff. But it shows like gamers can play, have fun, and still work and all that. And but it's really changing the viewpoint of a lot of people, because this was someone who thought this is not for me,
Mm.
had a preconceived notion, and as soon as they started playing themselves, they were like, oh my gosh, I'm a gamer. I love this. I, I sit there. It's so funny. She be on vacation. She's like, I want, I wonder how the team's doing. I was like, you on vacation? Why are you worried about that game? I hope they. I hope that. And I was like, if you don't focus on your vacation, but it's one of those that it becomes part of your life,
Mm.
and it's part of that thing that you, just like you will think about your favorite TV show, you'll think about your favorite game.
This is true.
That because it is a way to decompress. It's also, I've learned a lot in the going to DragCon, MomoCon and stuff. A lot of people who have met in real life, that they met, um, they were part of a team playing a video game, and then they finally meet at a convention.
Right.
And but you would think they had been best
For
friends for
years.
20
Right.
years, but it's because a game brought them together. They built a team, and it became this whole new element that um, is changing the a lot of preconceived notions, but also the preconceived notion of what developing relationships with people can mean. Because you find that common element,
Mm.
anything goes. It can be an anime. It can, we see that with Facebook, Instagram stuff. People join these fan groups,
Right.
befriend people, they nerd out on a topic they love, and then they become these these friends. And then when they finally meet in person, oh, like I said,
It's like, I
same
never
thing. You think
knew.
you would someone else who walk by, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so great. They look like they've been friends for 20 years. No, they've been, part of the same Facebook group for like the last 5 years.
You had about to age date myself because like I'm thinking uh oh what's before Facebook?
MySpace?
MySpace, and even before MySpace, in the chat rooms as far as so it's one of the whole community because I'm a part of Clash Royale,
Okay.
and I'm a leader, which the old heads kind of left the game, I guess got burnt out, and then I became the leader,
Yeah.
and I was on my way out. I was about to like, all right, I'm done with this game, and I'm like, oh, I'm the leader now. Um, okay, okay, let's let me make it, well, not make it fun. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I just pay my dues, and it's like we got to do our thing. The only drawback to that is I get a little too into, I'm trying to make it paint myself really nice because I get upset when I lose. I'm not
And
a I
competitive.
right. I'm not a sore loser. Not a sore loser.
Competitive.
I want to do good for the team.
Yes. Competitive.
Right. Thank you, because I'm gonna dig a hole. But and I just I had a match and making sure that as almost like a parent, it's like, oh, I
Hmm.
want my team to do good.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
you got everything, you need more coins for this, you get the right card. So like I've been in it for a minute, so I don't need what you need at the moment. But as far as gaming, like what is your comfort game?
Um, well, also the benefit of the evolution of gaming, that now games are on your phone. Like you talked about Pokemon Go earlier. Um, there's you have a lot of the games on there, and it's so funny because I'll have like my aunts and stuff, they'll be sending me gaming requests, and I'm like, but they end up discovering these games for their phone, and they they get, you know, they enjoy it. That's their downtime. It could be, anything from, like I said, Pokemon Go to, um, COD or
Dancing.
any of those.
Right.
It's such a wide variety because, I mean, you consider 10 plus years ago, there wasn't really games outside of solitary or something on your phone.
Right. Or the mahjong.
Yeah,
Uh,
those are your two that you
right.
typically get
In the
on
you got
my
it's for the
suite.
floppy disk. Man, I'm really. Do you? I used to get the little demo floppy disks when I would go to the PX.
Okay,
Um,
yeah.
did you ever play this one called what was it called? It's like something with Hugo, and you would type in your action, and I distinctly remember like, all right, I'm trapped in this room. Look through the keyhole, and like
Oh,
and you see somebody getting stabbed. It's like,
yeah.
oh, it's a murder mystery. Like, oh wow.
Yes. Yeah, it was one of those play-by-plays, like based on what you're saying, it'll give you those play-by-plays, and you had to just figure out your next step because I can't remember it, but based on your action or whatever you decide can change the course of your game. Or you could go on this path or you can go on this path based on what you decide. But yeah, I remember those. You don't see too many of those nowadays, but I do like the fact that we have such a variety, and whether it's on your PC, console, or phone. I was talking to one of the staff members that having, the phone makes it more accessible, but
Yes.
also more affordable for people because if you can't afford a gaming computer, dropping several hundred thousands on that,
And I agree.
or a console game system either, like the
I'm still on the PlayStation
newest,
4.
I got same thing. I've not
Like,
PlayStation
I don't
4
need
and
a
stuff.
5
Most,
yet. I still got games I gotta finish. I went to 5,
yes,
but I'm just like, there's no point for me to get the 5 right now.
yeah,
I s-
and especially the newest one they just released for PlayStation, 700 for the new 5 Pro, and then you still have to buy
is that
the
the special
C.
edition with the gray
Yeah,
retro?
looks like
I
retro.
want that.
And then you have the controllers, but then if you want the disk drive to be able to put the physical game in there, it's an extra $80. I'm like, I can't justify dropping $800 plus on a new console. My 4 is working really well.
It is.
Uh,
It is.
there's some games I wish was on the 4 that's not only on the 5, but I'm like, I can wait. I can wait. But it's one of those that with the gaming being now on the phone, you can play so many games on your phone that you don't have to worry about dropping that much money on a new system for just to play this one game or this other game. Now you do need to make sure your phone has enough memory
This is
and drive on that, because you can't be rocking the iPhone 2 and trying to download the latest COD game onto your phone. It's going to crash your phone so bad. So yeah, you definitely have to make sure it's up to date or clear a lot of the
right. I had
stuff on your phone to make room for your games. But for myself, let's see, what games am I playing now? Most of them it's because someone sent it to me.
mm,
So I played Monopoly Go. That's
I
one.
was on that.
Township. Most of mine is just like matter of fact kind of gaming, because most of it's my aunts or somebody was sending me. Travel Town
You
is
still have
another
Word?
one. Which one?
You still have Word?
Um,
Or is it Words? The Scrabble.
I have.
Oh,
Uh,
Words with Friends.
I've
That's right.
I don't have, well, Words of Friends was on Facebook. My aunt sends that to me, and I'm like, I got away from Facebook gaming. I do have Wordscape on my phone. Um,
I'm on the.
and then I just downloaded Marvel Strike Force. So
Oh, sweet.
yeah,
Nice.
so
I just
I
on
gotta
the
get playing
Blade.
that.
I can wholeheartedly say that I'm addicted to Clash Royale.
Okay,
That is the game
I keep
that
seeing the ads for that, and I'm like, don't suck me
I,
into
I
another game.
I'm in it. 'Cause I was what's the dream not dream I'm forgetting the Magic Warcraft game at the moment, but I'm addicted to Clash Royale. I have Clash
Okay.
of Clans. I'm playing that too.
Okay.
Um, and it's just I have a Switch, I have a PlayStation,
Yeah.
but we're so busy,
Yeah.
and at
And
the
this is always
it's
you.
accessible.
Yep.
I mean, it's a lifeline. So I'm just like, oh, well, in between,
Yep.
let me
Go ahead and play
get
a
a game.
game. Yep. 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 That is it. And which makes, like you said, it just made gaming more accessible than it used to be in the last 10 years.
Mm.
The number of games, like you could literally go to your store for your phone, and you can see all the games they have there. You have, you know, free to download, and then of course, any of the little play-by-play paying things that you want for certain
And I
uh
paid. I put money into
99 cents,
right,
five
right.
dollars here.
I did my monthly $5, my contribution to Clash Royale.
Yes,
Um,
thank you for making this.
right, right, right. I'm just like, you know what? I need to like I'm not gonna do this. I even though I'm the leader, I'm just like I'm already at a point where I'm good. I have everything that I need, but oh man, me keeping investing in this game. I'm like, wow, I'm
Yeah.
truly addicted. But
I
you
would
know, it's
say they did. Yeah,
it's healthy
healthy
addiction.
dish. Yeah.
I'm addicted to the gym, so I
Yeah.
mean, it helps the
It's like you said,
cope.
it's a coping mechanism, but it's also like you said to help. We talked about earlier to decompress for
Mhm.
the day. When you're between things and you trying to keep yourself busy for a couple hours, you could go right on your phone and play it because Switch opened it up a little bit more to be
True.
able to carry with you, but
They
you had your limitations with that.
Game Boy.
hmm
So
But then, like you said, with the phone, you already have it on you, and it just opens up a little bit more options that you could be able to enjoy, and then go down the rabbit hole. And you go friend because most of these mobile games they'll have like, oh, you know, connect on to your Facebook.
mm,
And then we'll suggest friends that has this game. And then you'll have other people that would join you. And then it's
I
just,
know that you play. Like I'll play a game and then someone's just like, "Oh, you play?" I'm like, "I do." You want to join my team?
yeah. But most of the time I connect my Facebook because then I can find out who's already on there. And then I'll go ahead and send them a request to play with them or stuff like that. So then you can also find out, oh, well, John plays. Okay, so let's do let's team up for this particular match and stuff like that. So then that also opens up a little bit more conversation with a lot of people you may be connected through social media of you both play this game, and then y'all can also gripe about whatever issues you find with the game and stuff like that.
Like this game's always cheating.
Yeah.
I should have won that match.
Yes. But yeah, it's a great little avenue, and our phones allow us to be able, like you said, from decompressing to being on the plane, being able to play on that too. And you don't have to worry about, oh, I got to keep up with. I remember you're keeping up with your Switch and got to connect that to the Wi-Fi and all that. And then, oh, I know people that take their whole console. I don't trust traveling with the console
Right.
anywhere
I mean,
because
but
if something breaks
Switch
or
made
what
it
happened,
so much easier, but I'm
yeah,
like I've been in situations where the whole traveling case for the Xbox and I'm on a business trip and we're out, in the elements and I'm just like, "Oh, we can play video game." I'm like, "Okay, let's get it."
yeah. Yeah, it's great if you have, like you said, a proper carrying case. But I've seen so many people like, oh yeah, I just put it in my carry-on. I'm like,
That's mm-mm.
good
I'm,
luck.
yeah.
Hopefully it arrives back safely
Right.
because
I don't, I mean, unless I got money to replace it, which I usually don't. It's like one time purchase.
yes, yes. Like I said, my console stays connected
Right.
to my TV.
Right.
Only thing that comes with me with this, and then early this year I did get a Switch, so I just got to get set up because I've been so busy I haven't set it up yet.
I gotta get your gamer tag since I know that you're on the Switch now.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, probably this weekend I'll go ahead and set up my tag and everything, and that way you can know, and then I have to figure out what games I'm gonna start playing.
as far as DreamHack, what are you looking forward to most for the weekend?
DreamHack, I always say like DreamHack is so if you no matter if you're console, PC, mobile gaming, this is like your paradise to
Mhm.
come to, because I've been in the past. This is my first time covering it as press.
Hmm.
But I love the fact, you can see the teams playing, the pro teams playing against each other. So yeah,
Stage.
on the grand stage. You also have like um companies here.
Like the not the Air Force.
Yeah,
I'm just like, wait.
yeah, you have their various vendors, but I love the fact on top of that you have like um you have your indie game players that you get to test and give them feedback, and end up discovering new games that you may like. Um, you could pick up um, a new gaming chair because you have a lot of the companies that make those things.
I did not
And
see that. So you can okay. I didn't know about the gaming chat. I'm like I saw. I'm trying to remember because I came last year and so I'm trying to remember the merch. I got to get a DreamHack shirt
yeah,
this
because
year.
you'll have um like Intel that you can see the new processors and stuff that are getting ready to come out.
Mm.
that you can look at, check out, and that way you can, especially if you have a PC or a computer, you can see what you're going to do for upgrades. But yeah, you get to see that. I remember one year, it was 2019. I think it was 2019. There was one company that came from Europe that did that brought they had their area here at DreamHack, and it was kind of like a in-person version of Tron. So you
Sweet.
get in there, you get the vest on, you have your disc, you have your team, and if you get hit, your lighted vest will turn off, so they'll know you've been hit. And they had a whole game for it, and it was really cool. That way you can kind of feel it without being part of Tron, without being on the bike. But they had that, and it was a beta test that they had for it, but it was an in-person game. It wasn't console or PC game related, but you have that. So it was really cool to kind of see that. And then you have, like I said, the indie games there, and then you have so many different elements from I remember one year they had T-Pain came
Hey,
and
Tifa,
performed.
last year
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was coming this year, but like he was definitely here. I didn't get a chance to see him play or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean he did an interview where he did mention this like the money element to gaming, where he was saying like I don't get out of bed unless it's like this much money because I could just go down the hall and play this game for X amount of. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Yeah, because it's one of those, it's like, hey, it's work smarter, not harder.
Mm.
And he's learned that. It's like you you can still do something that you enjoy and can do get paid for it. Or for one of those, it's one of those at the same time, like we know, being, with photography and videography, is this something you want to change a passion into a business? Because a passion can really change based on how you navigate that business.
This is true. This is
A
true.
lot of people fall out of that passion, that they don't want to deal with any of that
Mm.
because the the grind, the the trolls, all that, they just
Know what you're getting into.
yeah. So one of those, you have to decide: do I want to keep this as passion, or do I want to go for that? And am I
It's like this is not a hobby.
yeah?
This is life.
And if you want to turn that into something that is a job or a business,
Mm.
be prepared with all the
Comes with.
comes with it. So it's double-edged sword with anything you decide, as far as whether you're gaming, whether you're doing media. You have to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly that comes with all of it.
This is true. This is true.
And unfortunately, with gamers or anybody that does any content creator, the trolls, those keyboard warriors are, yeah,
You keep Twitter. I forgot what to call it. Um, I think I dealt with a couple. Not which is my level. Hasn't been or my experience hasn't been too crazy so far. But it was just like this is interesting. I'm already prepared.
yeah,
But I'm just that really wasn't necessary. But
yeah.
okay, I mean,
It's funny because there's a couple of the people that I know are content creators or gamers. They're like, you made it when you get a troll in your comment section. They're like, "Yep, I finally made it. I finally made it. I'm big enough that they want to come into my thing." And I'm like, I haven't been there, as far, knock on wood,
mm,
with that. The closest I probably got is when I got into cosplay. And when I finally decided to go on that journey, and within 5 minutes of creating my Instagram, the number of dudes that slid into my inbox with the most inappropriate videos. And I'm just like, and I look back at my cosplay because I did Captain Yodoichi from Bleach.
Okay.
So I'm like, I got 5 layers of clothing on. What screamed? I need to send her some videos and some pics of me.
Just
And
let you know how much they appreciate your contribution to the community.
yeah, my 5 minutes into the community, I was just like, in
Oh man.
I was just like, I got baptized real quick
What?
into that. But I was just like, and I had to reach out to the cosplayers I'm, friends with them. Like,
Mhm.
how do y'all deal with it? They were like,
Comes to the territory.
it comes with the territory. They were like, you got this on within your first couple minutes. I was like, yeah, here it is. They were like, yeah. I was just like, I didn't do anything real
Right,
sexy.
right, right. I've seen your content.
Yeah.
And we know others that do
That
go
go to
that level. So I'm just like,
yeah.
I can imagine.
So I was just like, I had to keep looking at the picture like,
What screen that?
I was like, I'm, pulling out, my Zambato. I was like, I have the captain's, robe on. I got the blackout, underneath pants, everything. I'm like, okay.
And this is funny because I was going to talk to a cosplayer that I know that the community that we're in has a tendency like how was I going to phrase? Because I was going to ask her to basically um
Yeah, you have these clusters. You have the really interesting group that will
right.
send you stuff like that or think, hey, especially if you're a content creator that has subscribers and stuff like that, they feel like, oh, once I send you my $5 on Twitch, I can email you and message you, whatever.
Mm-mm,
That's not how it works.
mm-mm.
But and then you have your other group that I call the social warriors. That is just like if you are not accurate in your cosplay, this is
Right,
say you have
right.
the social warriors, which is your other group, and then the same ones that be like, Star Wars was ruined by da da da. It's just like you got that social warrior umbrella. You have the ones that are like, look, we're just here to have fun. Leave us out of this.
Right.
And those are the three umbrellas I see that's in almost every community. You have those three umbrellas. You have the trolls and the people that think they have full access to you because they're your subscribers, and then your social warriors, and then you have your people like I just want to be here because I enjoy what I do.
Right,
I,
right.
I enjoy gaming. I enjoy anime. I enjoy whatever.
But we've been forced the media room. So this weekend, if you are on the fence, you need to come on down to DreamHack.
Yes.
Like we're gonna.
Get your tickets.
Oh, and
Friday, yeah, yes,
because I parking.
yes.
This is early access, and I'm just like.
Go to when you go to DreamHack Atlanta's website. If you type it into Google,
Mhm.
um, you'll find their website. You can click to be able to purchase your tickets, purchase in advance versus doing it at the door. Because any of y'all who have ever been to a convention, do it in advance because you don't have to deal with the issues and the headaches of trying to purchase that and be in that line versus going ahead and just picking up your badge. Also, if you go to the little hamburger, the drop down box will
Oh,
drop
I'm
down.
hungry.
You'll see travel. Click on that travel link that's on the drop down,
Mm.
and you'll see about 2 sections down, an area about parking. Click there. That's where you can prepay for your parking. I highly encourage that because with Falcon Games and everything else that go down here, anyone who has ever done stuff downtown, um, parking prices go up based on the events that are going on, especially any events that are Friday, Saturday events.
And prices go up.
Yes.
Oh man.
So as I showed him, if you're looking at coming tomorrow, you go in there, you can find parking for the red lot, green lot, and yellow lot for tomorrow. And I think red lot, yellow lot, green lot, and I think blue was on there. I can't remember if it was blue
Was it orange?
or orange, maybe orange. But parking $11.30 plus processing fees. So less than $12 for you to go ahead and get your parking. Versus paying 20 plus that you could possibly pay.
60.
Yep. So I highly suggest you do that. That makes it easier on yourself and also easier on your pockets.
Yeah. Mine aren't that deep right now. So
Exactly.
But as far as fans that follow you, reach out, how can they on social media?
The Moana Nui Podcast is on all social media platforms and audio podcast platforms. We stream live on Thursdays and some Wednesdays, and then some other days based on the guests and what's going on. So you can find us at Moana Nui, Moana Moana Nui podcast. And you could also follow me on social media at Danique Events. That's DANIQUE Events with an S at the end on all social media platforms. That's where you can see all my photography, my event planning, and stuff with my shows, The Bop, that I am an assistant producer and graphic designer for the show, which the host is Karen Ashley, the Yellow Power Ranger, and then also Moana Nui's my show.
Sweet. Well, you heard it here. See you this weekend.